Hi, I'm Dave Wurzel, and you're watching PHTV4 Spotlight. Today's Spotlight is on Trinity Christian College student Yuri Coleman. We are standing in front of a mural she painted here, and we're going to give you a chance to get a look at it without us blocking your view. Before we do that, Yuri, can you tell us a little bit about yourself as a student? Like, what is your major, and do you have some career goals? Is that on the horizon for you?
Yeah, so I'm currently a junior studying here at Trinity. I'm a graphic design major. I'm also minoring in marketing and art history. So I hope to graduate in 2024 in the spring, and after graduation, probably working full-time at some graphic design firm or creative directing in some kind of firm as well. So, yeah.
All right, that's exciting. And is there more education involved in that? Like, do you have to specialize as a master or something you need to pursue too, or?
Yeah, so after graduation, I'm hoping to go apply to grad school, probably around senior year, applying to some kind of grad school. There's a thing for masters in fine arts, and there's also masters in design as well that I'm hoping to also achieve. So,
it's exciting. It sounds like a full plate. Good luck with all that.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about yourself as an artist, and then we can talk about what's behind us. What are the types of art that you like to do stylistically? What type of things do you like to, what mediums do you like to work with, and what types of art do you like to create?
Yeah, so I really love photography, both analog and digital. I love working in the darkroom and stuff. So also on top of that, I'm graphic design. It's my major. I love working digitally through Photoshop, Illustrator, and other things. Just being able to creatively express myself through that kind of media. So yeah.
So when you say analog, just for my generation, I guess you're talking about cameras and you click buttons,
Yes.
not your phone.
Yes, like film photography. So
Okay.
yeah.
Right, and so you're working with 35 millimeter film. You do that too.
I am doing that. Yes.
All right. Oh, that's cool. It's nice to know it's still alive.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely. It's not a dying art.
How does that, the quality of that, what comes off a 35 millimeter negative compared to like digital art that you run through the computer?
Yeah, so I think there's just a whole different field of work that you have to go into when you're doing analog photography. You're working in the dark room and working with chemicals, and I think like the unpredictability of what you're going to shoot is something that really interests me. So I recently did a project for class, and I did a double exposure photo shoot and stuff, and I was able to take a photo on top of another photo, which is something you don't really do in digital photography, and it's just I just really enjoy it. So yeah.
I like it. It sounds exciting and interesting. All right, let's take a look at, or start to talk about this first. How about first, how did you get involved in this and your work got chosen for this? Like, was there a competition, or how did it play out?
Yeah, so I actually worked at the marketing department here at Trinity over the summer, and I was working under Tyler Manesma, who's the creative director here, and he was going through a process. He had this idea of having a mural on campus this whole time, and he brought it up to me, and I was like, oh yeah, I would love to design a mural for you guys. And I did about 40 sketches or so, and we just had it approved with different people on campus, and then eventually got up to the higher, positions up here in the administration, and they're like, yep, good to go. And then we started working on it over the summer. Yeah.
That's incredible. I want to just draw attention to the one number you said, about 40 sketches to get to this. Because I think sometimes people think, and I know the creative process can change and fluctuate quite a bit, but I'll just go paint it. But no, you sketched it, and then you tried this one, and you tried that one. Eventually, did you know it would be, I'm going to say these colors are bright and bold behind us. Did you know it would look like this in the beginning, or of your 40, were they all very different?
Yeah, so of my 40 sketches, they were all completely different. I had a completely different color palette in the beginning and different sketches. I think that's the best way I work when trying to get into that creative flow or that creative process, just sketching and getting everything out of my brain. And so when it came to this sketch, I had it written down in black and white, and then I was like, okay, now I have to figure out colors and stuff. So the colors came after the sketches, but yeah.
Okay. So that's a great transition. Can you talk about the design a little bit, the color arrangement, and how it ended up looking like this, how you went with this design?
Yeah, so this is kind of funny story, but I usually pick out colors through Adobe Color Palette on their online website, and one of the things, like, it popped up a little a little advertisement, and these colors were on it, and I was like, hey, this kind of looks like the Trinity old colors, but a brighter version of it. So I thought that would work out, and I kind of mocked it up on digitally, and I really liked the colors, and I thought it reflected the school as well pretty well, and yeah, I just really liked the vibrancy of the colors and how it's kind of an amalgamation of like all these different colors and different styles, and yeah.
So I'm going to ask you to elaborate on that because you're right. The colors are very striking. It's a nice. I like your word conglomeration, and it's way better than I would have come up with. What about the arrangement and design of it, the look of it?
Yeah, so originally I was kind of looking for inspiration and looking at different murals on different artists working through this, like creating murals and whatnot. And I saw this, I came across a similar style one where he used different typographic styles, which is what I was doing here, and trying to emulate as well. So a lot of this is actually handwritten by my own, like, I did it digitally on like a Wacom palette and digitally drew like these lines and everything and kind of created different styles of typographic styles to put into this mural. So yeah.
So I hope I'm not going to catch you off guard here. How would you say this design or this image represents Trinity in some way? Can you speak to that? Like, how is it representative of the campus or the student body or the feeling, whatever? How's it part of that?
Yeah, so I think in a way, all these different type of typographic styles and different colors, vibrancy, kind of speaks to kind of the student body in a way, with all the different majors that we have and different backgrounds that we all come from. I think just coming together and having like different styles come and make one like beautiful thing, and I think that's something that Trinity does really well with our, I guess, diverse background. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great, you're right, the diversity of the colors, the diversity of talent, diversity of students, and you know, coming up finally with this beautiful image behind us. Thank you for that. You know, just a couple last questions here. So, graduation is still a little ways off, year and a half or so, and you talked about extending it. What kind of classes are you taking now? What's coming up for you over the next year and a half before you graduate?
Yeah, so I'm taking right now a bunch of advanced studio classes. I'm taking this one specific class called Topics, which a bunch of art students come together and then they give us a topic right now. So right now it's on air and water, and we're thinking about the environment, and we pretty much can create whatever we want. So for me as a graphic designer, I decided to do a little bit of photography and a little bit of graphic design for my projects, and other people are doing different medias like painting, sculpting, and whatnot. So yes, when you get to that more advanced studio classes, it's more thinking conceptually, and yeah, it's just been really exciting for me.
So then, related to that, I mean, it sounds like you're very busy. You said earlier you think you have about 20 credit hours of classes going. Do you have time to do like your own personal art? Like, this is art for school because I'm assigned it, but this is art that I also want to work on and create. Does any of that happen for you, and what kind of stuff are you doing?
Yeah, definitely. So what is really great about these classes is that when I start a project and I get really excited about it, I just want to keep going with that. So for example, I have an intermediate design class that I'm doing, and we did a toilet paper branding project, and as silly as it sounds, it was actually really exciting for me to like understand more of the advertising world. And so yeah, I just kind of take those similar concepts and stuff and want to like I guess put my own twist to it, and that's when I kind of create my own stuff. So yeah.
Okay, then maybe related to that, final question for you is, do you have a favorite art style? You know, like, so if 5 years from now I'm walking down a street in Chicago and there's a gallery opening and Yuri Coleman's art is on display, what type of art do you like, or and for that matter, what type of art is inspired by you? Like, you like that style or that delivery medium?
Yeah, I don't think I have a particular style that I like. I like working in different medias, I guess. So if you do see something, it probably is related in photography or graphic design, but I do like working hands-on on things. So kind of creating like my digital work and putting it out in the real world. That's probably my favorite method of working.
Great. Thank you, and thank you. This is a beautiful piece of art. I remember walking by it when it was the brick wall, and now you have this beautiful splash of color behind us. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And good luck with school. All right. I'm Dave Wurzel, and you've been watching Spotlight. We've been with Yuri Coleman at Trinity Christian College in Palos Heights, taking a look at and talking about the mural on the wall behind us. Thank you for watching.